And so really, what I wanted to talk about today is something that is the reason why I personally pastor and why I have given my life to church. It's not everybody's, like every church pastor doesn't think this way, and nor is it necessarily the right way for everyone, but it's definitely what I have been called to. And I went recently to my uncle's church. My uncle, he looks like Robert Plant, just like Robert Plant, and it's fantastic. And he pastors a church of about 1,000 in Cincinnati, Ohio. So it's a mega church or whatever, very big. But I went there and it had the same feeling as our church. And we talked about it, and his philosophy, and essentially if I were to go to my dad's church, and there are other people, it's not just a Holman thing, but it's the issue of family. And what is family in the context of a church? And what does that look like? So that is what I wanted to come in, essentially, and talk about. Early on in my ministerial career, I wanted a big church. And that was the most important thing for me, a big church. And there's a couple ways you can get that, I learned. One of the ways is to organize properly, is to be extremely organized and to make everything about what the organization is all about, whatever that is. And so that's one way. And that's kind of a faulty way because that's based on an organization and it's based on the leader. Secondly, you can decentralize everything and you can empower people to be driven by the Spirit of God to do what they're called to do and to grow into that. Because how many know some of you are immature? Okay, I'm immature. Spiritually speaking or otherwise. A lot of us are immature, and we have to grow into what God has called us to, and it's different. It's not like we can create this big thing on Sunday morning and everything comes. That's not family. That's a factory.